Hi, we are back with the Toronto TCG Regionals.
Round 12?
11? Not sure.
I think it's up there anyway.
It's 11
second
or 12.
round of today.
I feel like round 10 was last round, right? Or maybe not. I might be a round behind. They all start to run together. A lot of
I
rounds
believe
here.
it's round 12, yeah.
Round 12? Alright, cool. So, how many more are there after
It would be 11, you're right. 11.
Okay, so round 11. I'm always right now.
Ta-dam.
Sometimes I'm right.
You're right.
Sometimes, just occasionally. But we have Igor Costa
Ta-da.
versus Caleb Gettimer back on stream again. 8-1-2 and 9-1-1. Really excellent records. Okay, the game's already started, and Igor looks like he went first. So he's attached to DCE, playing a Shaman for 1, and playing an N.
They met in Swiss yesterday.
Yes, and we just talked about it briefly.
Caleb did win this game, which
ran away with the win.
Igor
seems unfavored.
Would be favored in this matchup.
Right, and when we talked to Caleb briefly, he did mention that he did not want to play against this matchup.
Could be game.
Oh, if he gets a Verbank and a laser.
He's got the laser.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think he has another way of getting Shaman.
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, he didn't get the Verbank. So, wow. Yeah, that easily could have been the game right there. So that is why he played the Shaman to draw for 1, because he was looking for that.
He was looking for the easy win. Had he played the Hypnotoxic Laser and put down the Verbank City Gym,
would have been,
you take 30 instead of 10 for poison, and
knocks out
execute actually has 30 HP.
Yes.
That would have been game without Caleb drawing a card.
That's the worst way to lose in the Pokemon TCG. I mean, that execute wakes up, so now he can possibly retreat it into his signature turn 1 Wobbuffet here, right?
We will not see an attack, though, as he does not run Forest a Giant Plant,
right.
So he will not be attacking this turn.
That's a full Sycamore on that Shaman. He doesn't want to bench that Shaman because he doesn't want to give Igor the opportunity to bring that to the active position and lock it there.
And he was only shaming for a card. So
right, so it's really not worth it.
Yeah.
It's better off in his discard.
No playable cards.
I mean, Igor is probably a little upset that Shaman's on his own bench now. But he had to go for... You would always go for that, right?
He does run AZ.
Right. You would always go for that easy win.
Yes, easy win, move on to game 2. Right?
Exactly.
And as we've seen all day yesterday, finishing 3 games is very difficult. So getting that first win is very critical. A lot of times losing the first game, you're playing for the tie in the second game.
Right. So now we see an N, and we're going to have a Quaking Punch here from Igor. So that's no battle compressors for Caleb. I mean, obviously no items at all, but I feel like battle compressors the key.
There's 2 Pokemon in the discard.
Right. So
there'll be 3 after this attack.
And that's unless he gets a large handful of Pokemon and a Sycamore, that's
50. That's 100 damage from Vespiquen.
Yeah, it's a Toad. Right. Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. So that's already significant. If he does get a Vespiquen and a DCE here. He has the Vespiquen. Can't play any of these items. Benches and Eve. Does he have a supporter?
The EVs
he has a Hex Maniac.
You gotta remember
so he's gonna retreat and play Hex Maniac. But it doesn't look like he has another supporter. He has a 2 battle compressor. And an Ultra Ball. Wow. And this Giratina is about to be set up as well. So this is a knockout. So this is a really good spot for Igor. But now Caleb is able to play trainers.
But the Shaman's still in, and we do know that Caleb plays tool removers.
Yeah, Caleb did have a completely dead hand. So if Igor had kept Quaking Punch, there was nothing Caleb could do. So I don't know about that.
I'm not sure, but Igor doesn't have 3 World Championship trophies for no reason. That's and this is a sheer lock for him. Like, no DCs
can't play
to
the
be
DC,
played.
Yeah, so he might value that over the item lock, I would imagine.
Well, Caleb's looking for a Lysander stall. He needs to scrap Lysander stall, buy a turn to set up, and hopefully that'll be enough for him to get back in the game.
Definitely. So, does he have a VS Seeker? Is he about to Lysandre right now? because that Shaman is sitting there with no way for Igor to retreat it at the moment, but it's just a float stone or an energy away. But Igor had played Caleb yesterday and knows that Caleb does not play a Ranger in his deck, so there's no way around this Giratina other than what Robin just described.
A Lysander stall and buy a turn.
Yes. So that's a 2-turn play.
There's no Zerosic in his deck either,
Nope,
so he's
no
not
Zerosic.
removing energy.
He's kind of, sort of just accepting the loss to Toad with his deck a little bit. I mean, unless he can get there with the best win.
And now Shaman's in play. It makes things faster for Igor to do the Lysanders. But I imagine Igor's goal is to
Right.
get Shaman and
So
Seismitoad
Igor's
off
got
the
to be
bench.
thinking about a way to retreat the Shaman now because the dowsing machine is about to. No, he already. He hasn't played supporter, so yeah, he wants to Lysandre here, I think. Yep, he is going to go for the Lysandre. And this Shaman that Igor had benched to draw 1 card to try to get the dunk is already coming into play here. He has a
Igor has
Keldeo,
a Getsis,
a Getsis,
an
2
Ball,
Ultra Balls, a
a
Lysandre.
Lysander, yeah. But he does not have an energy to retreat.
That's very true. This could be tough if this Shaman stays in the active here. This could really be a bad situation for Igor.
He's counting his energies. He's counting float stones. He's seen if his AZ's in there.
Yeah,
He does not want a Sky Return here.
no, not particularly. He wants to take another knockout, right? Or he wants to keep the lock going with either Giratina.
Well,
or
you know,
most likely Giratina.
a Quaking Punch isn't bad either,
It's
as
not
there's
bad.
no Vespa Queens in play, and
Right.
you know he can't come back with an attack.
Right.
And Quaking Punch is it's for weakness on Flareon.
That's very true. But there are a lot of Pokemon in the discard now, so he's got to be a little worried that Toad, which does not have a Fighting Fury belt,
Yeah, but
might get knocked out by a Flareon.
that's fine as long as he can attack with Guaranteeing every turn. Now he
Right.
Ultra Balled for the Toad, so
He's going to play Getsis. Oh, man, that's 3 cards.
he doesn't want to
He
draw
has
the
a
Toad.
Sycamore. He's not going to be able to retreat this Shaman.
He's
I
got
don't
another
know.
Ultra Ball, so he can Shaman.
He discarded 2. Did he get another one? Oh, he got another one. Does he want to put another Shaman on the board?
Is that a Shaman in
Again.
his hand? I don't think that's a Shaman.
Commentating Igor's
No.
games is so difficult because he just makes so many plays that I don't
just passed.
understand.
He just
Why did he
passed,
pass?
yeah.
And why did he not dig for the energy or the float stone to keep the lock going? That's what
I
I
think
don't
that
understand, really.
he was forced to play the Getsis. I don't think he had options in that.
He had 2 Ultra Balls and
He,
this is tough.
it's difficult. We don't know what he was
He knows
working
he's
with
not
entirely, but
I guess he's just letting this Shaman go. So it's off the board entirely. And once it gets off the board, he can knock out this Flareon with the Giratina, prevent any more DCs from coming down. The Toad cannot be Lysandre unless the Lysandre Megaphone's in
there's
play.
Megaphone.
Yeah. There it
If
is.
Guaranteena goes down here, look for a comeback.
Well, Giratina can't go down.
He can.
What do you mean?
You can knock. He can. Oh, did he play
He already
supporter?
played a supporter.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So it's the Shaman knockout or nothing. If Caleb chooses to take it, if Caleb got a DCE, if not, then Igor has to retreat the Shaman. But I think he almost wants the Shaman to be knocked out. And yeah, I don't even think we'll see a knockout from Caleb here. He doesn't look like he has a DCE. So Igor's going to be like almost forced to retreat this Shaman if he wants to do anything.
Caleb attached to the bench, or does he go for this knockout?
It's tough because he could wait another turn. But then he's just going to find himself in the same exact situation later, right? But he doesn't have the knockout anyway.
I'm thinking that he attaches to the bench here.
He doesn't have a DC. But
Or he does not have
no,
it.
he'd
But
have to
if
set up
he
a
did,
Shaman. Think that's a Shaman? Yeah, he's going to set up. If
there's
he did,
a DC. He got it on his
yeah.
first.
So we'll see what happens.
He's got 3. He's got
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
4.
a lot.
Was that 4? Can't be 4, is
It's
it?
3.
3? No.
He may
Yeah.
attach to the bench here.
And he's got the bangle too. And now's the time to put it on
Yep,
while he's
he
not in
is
the lock.
attaching to the bench. Igor's
So he
in
is
a very
attaching to
tough
the bench.
spot.
He's got the floats on in the
He's
active.
allowing Caleb to set up here.
And the bangle.
Right. Caleb wants to attach as many DCs as he can. This game looked very good for Igor, but now it looks a little tough. Oh, they found an enhancer.
Wow.
That's
Bye-bye.
that's important. And Karen. Okay. Karen. Karen coming into play, but probably no Toad lock because he still has no way to retreat the Shaman, right?
What did he top deck?
He top decked the Enhanced Hammer, I believe.
Because I thought he had Via Seeker. Like, he did have the option of N.
I believe he top decked the Enhanced Hammer. Where's Caleb's hand? Does he have a hand?
He's got a double dragon. Is that a Garantina or a Salamence in his hand?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter. You wouldn't want to because they could try to stall with it.
The fact that Caleb just has 2 more DC. There it is again. Just this Shaman sitting here allowing Caleb to essentially do whatever he wants is a little annoying.
And we did call it at the beginning. We said a Lysander stalls his only way out, and it worked, right?
Yep, it's working right now.
Another thing when you play Karen is all the work that he did to thin his deck out so he could draw the cards he needs.
Right.
That's all gone.
Exactly.
So he's gonna have a higher chance of drawing dead cards than he would have if Karen was not played. And
exactly.
it's unfortunate for him that he's allowed to attach DCEs, but now he's not hitting hard.
Right. There's not really much going on.
He's
as far as damage.
Got nothing. He doesn't even have his execute to pull back for Ultra Balls or Dowsing Machine, as we've seen.
I'm very interested. What did he just grab? Oh, the laser from the Shadow Triad? And then he passed again. He's just giving Caleb so many turns. Oh, he got the Getsis, but that's a clear signal to Caleb. And Caleb has no trainer, so I'm not sure what he's really trying to do with this Getsis. I think he knows as soon as he doesn't. Nothing.
Sycamore though, and another DC. He did
bad.
get 4
it's bad
DCs.
now. Yeah.
It's not?
It seems bad. He's gonna have 2 DCs on the board, so the Giratina.
3.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, 3.
Remember he had 3 in his hand? He hasn't missed
It's really good for Caleb. Yeah, you're right.
And he does have a Sycamore.
Yeah. Wow, I don't know about that.
In case a hammer comes down.
Yeah.
That bangle's big right now.
I think Igor only plays 1 Enhanced Hammer, but he does play more Crushing Hammer.
He does have a Zerosic, does he not?
And a Zerosic, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I think he might want to put it there so he can Sky Return. And all 3 of the remaining DC are on the board now, so Giratina really isn't doing too much for Igor at this point.
Is that a Drachi in his hand?
That's a Drachi and a Shaman, yes. He just played Sycamore.
Do you know if his Lysander's already in a discard? And was there 2?
He plays 1.
1.
I'm not sure.
So Jirachi's not going to get.
Discard.
It's not going to get the Lysander.
No. Sitting on this hand does not seem to be doing Igor any favors.
2. He's only got 2 in the discard, so he's hitting for a big 40 right now.
Okay, we're gonna see a VS Seeker for an N.
Now he's trying to search out his floatstone now and get back into the lock.
Which I think perhaps he maybe should have done a couple turns ago. But again, I'm sure he has a master plan here.
He has a master plan.
He wanted the Shaman to go down. Yeah, right. His board is set up, but so is Caleb's. And I know that Igor wanted the Shaman to go down. And he only has 4 cards. But he does get the laser, which is interesting. But he had no way to retreat the Shaman. And a Tails on the laser is pretty rough. So now Caleb is perfectly free. He has a VS Seeker. He's probably going to take a knockout on something on Igor's bench. I mean, definitely, that Vespiquen is going to knock out that Toad at the very least.
The Garantina is the threat. I don't think he would go after the Toad, but...
Probably not. I'm not sure how many Pokemon are in the discard after that Karen.
Oh, right now he only has 2 in the discard.
Oh, okay.
He has an unknown on his bench, so that's another one.
So that's 3. I was going to say, I don't think he might not be able to get there with Giratina. Especially if he plays Lysandre, he has a handful of Pokemon and a Lysandre, essentially.
The only reason I say that is Toad's not going to help him.
No, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
He has to find his prizes somewhere, but yeah.
Although he could knock the Toad out with Vespiquen Vespiquen gets knocked out by Garantina, which is another damage, and then the
Right.
Silver Bangle
Yes.
Flareon is your hardest hitter now, right?
Yes. He drew the DCE right off that unknown that he just shuffled
he
back
just
into the
shuffled
deck.
in?
He just drew the DCE. Wow, so
Yeah, they're magnets to his hand right
That's-
now.
yeah.
He's held 4 in his hand so far this game.
yeah. He's getting he doesn't really have a good target to attach it to right now, except for the Shaman.
The active Flareon.
He could, but then he's going to take 30 more damage from poison.
No,
And
he'll retreat
Oh, yeah,
and hit
then
with
it's-
Vespiquen with
Yes.
the Lysander.
then it's dead to or it's knocked out by a Fury Belted Toad.
Igor's thinking this over too. Like,
It's a very tough spot. I mean,
if-
Igor only has 3 cards in hand.
Igor's hoping that one doesn't get attached here,
Right.
and
And it's going to.
Igor has the ability to Zerosic one and knock one out, which
Yes.
would put him in the driver's seat again.
So he's really going to keep this Shaman stall, this Shaman lock. I think he has a 2 Crushing Hammer, or 1 at least. He's going to pass. A lot of passing, wow. He's
What
kind of
is
just
in his hand?
2 Crushing Hammer.
But he's special charges
Yes,
there.
it's not
That's right.
relevant
So
right now.
the Crushing Hammers could be big. I'm saying Zerosic, but he can still do it with Crushing Hammer.
Yeah. He wants to wait till the Shaman is knocked out.
If he could Crushing Hammer both, I may even go for a Quaking Punch. Hey?
Oh, he's going to Sky Return here. He's got to decide what he wants to. Oh, he knows the Toad is likely to be knocked out by Vespiquen, but he doesn't really want to sacrifice the Giratina. He probably thinks it's unlikely that this
That's
Giratina
220.
gets knocked
That's
out
220
here. Ooh, an
HP.
Ultra Ball, that's really going to help Caleb.
220 HP, and he has 3,
4.
4 in the discard. Whoop. Yeah.
And he has an Ultra Ball, so that's 2 more.
Yeah, there's Execute, 1 Ultra Ball. He's got a Via Seeker. He can
Sycamore all those
Sycamore,
Pokemon.
Yep.
That's
and
a
he can
lot of
put 1
Pokemon.
more in with the Ultra Ball.
Right. Exactly. So that's.
And then he's got 4 Battle Compressor.
Oh yeah, I think the
I
knockout's
would-
pretty likely here.
With the Silver Bangle one.
Yeah.
I
It's probably gonna happen.
And he can also attach a DCE this turn, don't forget.
Right, and then that other Vespiquen is going to come up and probably knock out whatever Igor uses to return the KO because it already has a DC. Unless Igor can flip heads on a Crushing Hammer.
Igor's got
Right,
2
right.
in his hand.
Okay, so what Igor has to do here, if Caleb comes
Strip
and
him.
takes the knockout
Yeah.
with Flareon, he's got to hit heads on that Crushing Hammer, knock out that Flareon.
He's gotta
hit with
strip
Giratina.
them, that's right.
Exactly, so that's his plan. He has 2 chances at it.
But he's got a hit 2 for 2.
No, just 1, because he'll knock out the Flareon.
And he has
he has one in his hand.
That's right, because he's Sky Return. So
Right.
that will
You're
go
so
on the
right.
Flareon, or unless he
does
puts
have to
down a
hit both.
Pokemon on his bench. The Flareon in the active just seems like a good target for it, because
Definitely.
it's ready. But it may go to that
Yeah,
combi
he might
now.
put it on that combi, that's for sure. This is a tough spot.
Yeah, all because of that Lysander stall. It's
Yep.
slowed the game out.
Yeah, it allowed Caleb
without
to
that
set up
Lysander
for-
stall, the game would have been over by now, I think,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, Igor's got to be feeling pretty bad about that right now.
So, remember, he still has 2 Crushing Hammers.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, he's going to bring up the Toad, not knocking out the Giratina. Interesting.
He's saving the Bangle, I think,
Yes, for the Giratina
for a bigger
later.
hit. Yeah. Oh, didn't he attach that to combi already?
He didn't. He
He pulled
thought
it
about
back?
it.
He
Yeah,
pulled
and
it
he
back?
pulled it back. A Karen combined with the knockout would also be really good here.
There's a big
This is
Crushing
important.
Hammer,
Oh,
and
that's
that's
heads.
1.
Yeah,
we
that's the
have
important one.
another
On the Bangle
flip.
one.
Wow,
Oh,
this is a
boy.
big flip.
Oh, it's
wow.
tails.
But he still carries 4 Crushing Hammer, am I right?
I'm not sure what else is in his hand. He does have 4. Oh, that's a knockout, so that Flareon can come and knock
He's got the
this out.
backup Garantina,
But
so
yeah, and he can't attach another DCE after this.
the Bangle, if
It's nice that he knocked off the Bangle one, but Caleb still has a lot of Pokemon in the discard there. He's almost out of cards. Igor might have a full lock though after, even if Caleb takes this knockout.
It doesn't matter.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
one
matter.
Pokemon in play.
Yep.
He has no way of doing
No way.
anything. That would be.
Wow.
That would be it.
Yeah, that's.
He's scooping,
that's it.
going to
That's an
game two.
unwinnable spot, but wow, it took a lot to get there.
It did, and
From the
Igor
game-
had 2 crushing hammers. I thought that he was going to hit them both
Oh,
and
man.
say that would have been GG
Yeah, that would have
right
been
there
the
for
end.
sure. But even
God,
if he
Caleb
knocks him
played
out,
very well to come that far in that game.
100%. There was no Lysander bait left.
Nope.
He had 2 Garantinas. You knock one out, you still have 2 prizes to get, and
Yep.
you have no way around it. So
Definitely.
he realized that with 30 minutes left, time management, off to game 2.
And that game could have been like that game went from almost being over before it even started to being
Yes.
ridiculously, insanely close.
Yes, that Lysander stall lasted way longer than I think both players anticipated.
Definitely.
But it got the job done. It gave him a chance to get back in the game, and
Both-
but Igor came out victorious, and
Wow.
now we're going into game 2 with 30 minutes.
Does he ever win an easy game?
No, yesterday we seen Igor battle some pretty crazy, very inventive plays against Trevidan.
Yes. Definitely a true master of the Toad deck. But Caleb's Vespiquen is very intimidating, very tough to beat. Alright, so Igor has a Toad start to Caleb's Combi. We see the Wobbuffet be Ultra Balled away. I suppose the Wobbuffet isn't
Okay, I'm
that
back.
key against Igor's deck. And not as Wobbuffet isn't as good against Toad as it might be against other matchups.
Well, it probably helps because, in a way, he doesn't want to bring Wobbuffet up because he wants Igor to drop Shamans,
Yes, exactly.
right?
Yeah,
As Shaman
and
was his
yeah,
way out. So
exactly.
I don't expect a Wobbuffet to come active.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Please drop Shamans, Igor. That's what he's saying right now.
Yeah, I can't really see Igor's hand. It looks like he has a Jirachi, a Double Dragon Energy, a
Yeah.
Shaman.
The double dragon's sticking out there, which
Not very
it
useful
needs a
with
target,
Toad.
but
Yeah.
that would be the best target right now. Is just attach it so next turn he can lock.
Right. And
But he's got to get
Tropical
Toad out of
Beach.
the active, right?
Right.
It's
mean-
funny with this deck.
I mean, if Caleb just doesn't do too much and plays Beach here, I mean, we could see a Quaking Punch, but as we've seen, it doesn't take that much to knock out Toad.
Congrats, Jackson.
Did he win his top 4?
He lost. He said he got destroyed. Jackson was just eliminated in top 4 against his friend, but
Still an awesome
congrats to my boy. Good run. Silver Bangles in play. What I was gonna say earlier was, it's funny how this deck works. Is every time you want to start with Toad, you start with Garantina,
Yes.
and vice versa.
Very
It's-
true.
It's
Yes, turn 1 Quaking Punch would be excellent normally. And Igor doesn't play any tool removal besides Zerosic. And he's likely going to want to use that on a DCE if he ever used it. But he doesn't play a Tool Scrapper or a Megaphone, so that Silver Bangle is pretty scary. That's probably going to knock out that Toad. So I think Igor wants to go for a Giratina here.
Silver Bangle. It's
Maybe.
just an extra 30 damage. That's
It's
it's
effective.
big. It's very big.
It's very effective.
But the funny thing is that it does not work on GXs, as it is targeted
Oh,
to
really?
an
Yes.
EX.
It's that's an interesting distinction between GXs
is.
and EXs because I feel like they share many of the same
They
traits.
are. They
Extra
are.
high HP, powerful attacks.
Take 2 prizes.
Take 2 prizes. But for some reason, cards that affect EXs don't affect GXs.
That's right. So you have like safeguard Pokemon that GXs
Right.
go through.
So it's
right?
really like a nerf to those
It
cards.
is. I see that it's changing in the new sets. They are releasing.
Or anti-GX cards.
The writing would say GX and EX on
Ah.
it rather than just EX.
Yes, I think that's definitely positive.
I would love to see them change the rules on these so that
I agree.
safeguards
They're
are
the same.
safeguards.
They should be the
Yeah.
same. I also agree with that.
So the Garantine is out. this
And
is
we know he
his
has the double
strategy,
dragon.
but he needs to get it up and going before it gets knocked out.
Yeah,
He needs 2 attachments.
Yeah, he can't let this thing go down.
And
If Caleb Lysandres and knocks this out,
he
it's-
can't really Quaking Punch here either because there's already enough in there.
Yeah, he doesn't want a Quaking Punch. That Toad is just a sitting duck for that silver bangled Combi.
Yeah, I mean, Igor would love if he just knocked out Toad right now, and then he could just lock with Garantina, but
Yes.
I don't think that he'll fall into that trap. I think that he's looking for the Lysander knockout.
I don't think he has a Lysandre in his hand right now.
No.
No, he has an unknown. He could. He definitely doesn't have enough either way. Enough Pokemon to discard.
But he knows that's what he needs to do. and that's the truth. And he did not get an
Yes,
energy
that's-
attachment last turn, which is...
Right, and if he discards this hand, he's gonna have to discard a special charge, the Megaphone,
2 Via Seekers.
which is pretty rough. This is actually a tough spot for Caleb right now, and he's gonna do it. So there goes a lot of his resources.
Oh, he's got that... You know, he's doing the die, so he's got 5 in the discard.
Okay, that helps us a lot.
I didn't
Thank
notice
you,
that
Caleb.
if it was last game.
I
but
think he did it a little bit last game, but I think once it gets to a certain number, he probably commands it.
I'm hitting for a lot. We're out of dies.
Right.
There's no Lysander here. Like, Igor would love if you knocked this Toad out for me.
Yes.
That's game.
excellent,
He's
yes.
holding the DCE before he Tropical Beached.
Was
So
he?
you know he's got the lock if he can get Toad out of the active.
Okay, so he's just looking for the float stone. Yeah, or this Toad to be knocked out, but Caleb may or may not do that. He may not take the bait on knocking out this Toad.
He's a smart cookie, but uncertain if he attaches and does not attack. He's seen that Igor plays Enhanced Hammer,
Right,
Crushing
that's
Hammers,
risky as well.
and Xerosic as well. So ideally, if he doesn't attack, Igor would love the AZ, attach the DC, and Igor would probably not play another card from his hand.
Right.
He would just continuously
Yes.
attack, yeah.
And that would make sense.
I see the, oh, no, I saw the Jirachi, so although he's putting the Jirachi down, he could get a 3
He thought about
retreater
using Beach.
out of play, right?
Uh-huh.
He could get a 3 retreater out of play replaced with a 1 retreater
Right.
by Jiraching for the AZ.
Oh, that's very true.
If he can't,
Can't reach the float stone.
but does he know if AZ's in there? He has 1 copy, so AZ, Jirachi for
Yeah.
AZ,
Well, he has
and
an
it's
Ultra Ball
not
in his hand.
there.
He can check the deck first.
Yeah, you're right.
So that also looks like a Hex Maniac maybe, and on the left. He's gonna,
Look for the
he-
lock to.
he passed, I think. Wow. Wow.
No, he didn't
Oh,
pass.
he didn't pass. Oh, I thought he was going to. Wow, that's strange. I don't know what he was doing there.
Lysander is AZ in there.
I can't see. I
You
don't
wanna double
see
check?
it.
Keldeo.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't see it
But
in there.
Keldeo is a 2 retreater, so a DCE can retreat him anytime a Lysander stall comes.
Right, that's
So
very true.
you got that going for you,
That's better
and,
than
and
3.
it's got the float stone.
Very tough because he doesn't want to take the risk of Caleb knocking out this Giratina. He's gonna Sycamore for the
The float stone.
float stone, yeah.
I did not see it.
Trainer's mail. Can dig for it. He cannot hit these float stones. Wow. He has an Ultra Ball.
How many are in their deck?
Oh, no, that's an Enhanced Hammer. He has 2.
2 float stones. Yeah, one gets prized, and it's difficult to
tough for
find
him.
one in a 60-card deck, right?
Definitely. So he's got to go with the laser stall plan. And that's a tails, so no.
And
no sleeping for
unfortunately,
that
he's got 2 Pokemon in play now, 2
Yeah.
targets.
Oh boy, yeah, 2 Vespercon targets.
And had that AZ been in the deck,
yeah,
we're looking
that's
at
so
a
different.
complete lock.
Yeah,
right?
complete lock. Yeah. He still has a good chance to start the lock if the Giratina isn't knocked out this turn.
Well, there's actually only 4 prizes for Caleb to take right now.
Right. Exactly what happened last game, right?
If Garantina gets up, yeah. But unfortunately, the 3 retreater up there. Did Igor get a DCE in his hand? Do you know? Did you see it?
I didn't.
Because that's a
see it.
retreat too, right?
Yes.
An attachment, Russian retreat.
Right. He does not have one.
I still like even drawing poorly. I still feel like this is so heavily favored for Igor. Just get up and going and it's over. But
It's rough. He's doing 90.
what is that?
100 right now. 100 damage. Plus 30, so it's 130 with the Bengal.
Yeah, but he's
gonna play the Nen.
Got the
Okay.
knockout on Toad, but
Right,
that's
not on the
gonna
Giratina.
help him.
Nope.
Because he will not be able to attach
Right, this will actually help
DCs
Igor
or
if he
tools.
knocks out the Toad.
Yes.
Which
But
is
what
so
do you
tough.
do? What
so
do you
tough
do?
for Caleb.
If
Exactly.
he attaches it to
Exactly.
stall,
Well, he has the computer search. Igor has the computer search in his hand.
yeah, but
so.
if you attach and stall, Igor's got the crushing hammer.
I know, it's very tough. It's a tough spot for Caleb, and that's why he's like playing this extremely well.
I'm
But
curious.
it's really hard decisions he has to make here.
I'm curious how the loss happened yesterday.
Me too. What I heard about it, I heard a limited amount from Igor, and I heard that he just could not get attacking with Giratina. He was just dead drawing. He won one of the games. Oh wait, no, he didn't win a game. Yeah, he got. So I'm not exactly sure how that happened 2 games in a row, but or maybe the second game didn't finish. I'm not sure.
Look for an enhanced hammer here or crushing hammer.
Crushing hammer, tails on the hammer.
He does
but-
have an enhanced, which
and
will be
yeah,
okay. So
he would prefer to use
to
the crushing,
save it
but
in case he can't get. Oh no,
Exactly.
he's getting back.
he's
got
getting the
computer
float stone.
search,
Yeah. So now he can start the lock.
I didn't see it. It can't be the AZ because that's prize. We're pretty sure.
Yeah, he's just getting the float stone for the Keldeo.
I know, but you know that tool can be removed as well. So
Right, and Wobbuffet can come into play as
That's
well.
his play right now as a Lysander tool scrapper. Or
Yep.
megaphone.
The
Startling
megaphone is in the discard, I believe.
Is it?
I believe so.
He does run dowsing machine.
Yep, he does. And
Is
yep.
that in the discard?
No, that's not.
No?
Yeah, just the megaphone. On the first turn, he had to discard a special charge, the megaphone, and 2 VS
Right.
secrets.
That was a big discard.
Yes, exactly. That was huge.
So he basically has Lysander stall right
He has
now.
the dowsing machine in hand.
But does he have the Lysander? He may have
I
2
can't see.
teammates to
Yep,
get what he
teammates.
needs for next turn.
Yep.
And you
Hope for
may
no
say
end from Igor.
you may say see Igor and he'll be digging for it.
His deck is extremely thin. Another thing, Igor can do, I can end him.
Oh, he's got the Lysander.
Oh, he does. But
He
he
does.
played the teammate. No, he just got it from the teammates.
Oh, right. So he's set up for next turn, and Igor has quite a big hand, so I expect that Igor will be capable of
Yeah,
doing
an
whatever
N
it
or a
is he
Karen
feels
or
right. Yeah.
something that's going to stop Caleb from getting back into the game.
The only thing that he has is Lysander stall, so Igor got a prize. I'm not sure if we've seen it, but AZ would be preferred.
Yeah, I don't see it in his hand. I can't really tell.
Also has Lysander himself,
Yep.
so he's sacking a Shaman.
Yep. Wow, yeah, a lot of options here for Igor. He's got a double colorless, getting that Toad closer to being. I thought Karen might come down this turn, but I didn't know if it was in his hand. So now Caleb can kind of stall. He can bring up that Toad, bring up Wobbuffet, so that Igor can't rush in. But then the Toad is now just an attachment away from retreating.
The Toad right now after Karen is an auto win.
That's
but
true.
Guaranteen is faster.
Right,
but it
Giratina is faster. So even if he brings up that Toad to stall, Igor can just Quaking Punch.
Yeah. Okay, here's the Lysander stall, and then he's got a
Yep.
megaphone.
He has to
Oh no,
decide-
he doesn't have the
doesn't have-
megaphone
he
because
can
you
dowsing
can't.
for it, though.
You can't rush in now because Wobbuffet's out.
Right, it doesn't need it, but he could.
Igor's got Lysander in hand. Yeah.
Okay. So Russian, retreat, 2 prizes. I'm a little surprised he put himself down in 1 prize here, but I guess it's the quickest
I'm a little
way.
surprised that DC didn't go on to Keldeo. That way, if he's megaphoned,
Ooh,
he
yeah,
can rush
okay,
in.
well,
That is
either
it.
way, it's over. So.
Igor takes 2 games. Very, very tough game for Kalebman.
Yeah, we just saw
Well played,
Caleb's
but-
9-1-1, or 9-0, wait, he was 9-1-0. And we just saw that, unfortunately, on stream go to a 9-2-1. He got a tie and then a loss, but He still just needs one more win, and he has 3 more rounds to get 1 win to make it into the top 8.
Very good deck, and there's I don't know if you would notice, but there's a lot of Primal Groudons on the top table.
Right,
and,
that's pretty good for Caleb.
Igor
right?
doesn't want to see Primal Groudon.
No.
But
Even though last round, to interject, I have more information. Igor just 2-0'd a Primal Groudon. The round right before this, I have no idea.
Okay, but things happen. Like
This
Caleb just
game is
beat
crazy.
Igor in Swiss
Anything
yesterday.
can happen to Pokemon. You think you know matchups, and then it just turns out you don't.
I agree. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
We've seen some miracles yesterday, I believe. And
think you know a matchup.
well, today we the favored deck won here today, but lost yesterday. So anything can happen.
So you want to interview Igor this time?
Absolutely.
All
We'll
right.
be right back. We've watched you on stream twice this weekend.
Yeah.
Apparently, you had a loss to that deck yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Now, we watched the domination here. How did you lose?
So round 4 I faced him, and I kind of went for Toad in the beginning, where I at least attach a DC to the Toad to Quaking Punch to beat the game, because I was trying to do the Karen plan, where I go Jashi for Karen, then Quaking Punch, and I'll stop him from there.
Right.
Because I wasn't
Makes
sure
sense. That's
about
what I
him
would think, yeah.
about him playing Ranger, so the Giratina move was kind of risky at some point. So game 1, I kind of went for that, and he drew well enough to kill my Toads, and then I couldn't attack with Giratina the entire game. Game 1.
Okay.
Then game 2,
You have a different strategy game too.
Game 2, I wanted the Giratina to attack
Yes.
again. But I couldn't set it up. I had an attachment to Giratina, Fury Belts, and I was Quaking Punching. He killed my Toad, I promoted the Giratina, and I tried to hit any energy out of my deck with a Sycamore. I think I also Shaman for some cards, and I whiffed the energy. And I still had a Fury Belt, so 210 HP is kind of hard for them to deal. And during that turn, he went Megaphone and killed my Giratina, and then there was no way for me to come back from there.
So were you worried about Ranger? Did you expect to see it? Did you expect
in
to see it
this
that
game? No, because
you
one of
saw
those
his whole deck.
exactly.
Yeah.
He just goes through all his deck and
So yesterday during game 2, did you know?
Yeah,
that
after
there
game
was-
2, I knew he didn't have Ranger because he went through his entire deck and there wasn't any.
Okay, going back to gameplay, Lysander Stall is his only way out of lock.
Yeah.
And you kept dropping Pokemon. The one, I know you were going for the Verbank just for the easy win, but the Shaman that got locked there for, I think it might have been 3-4 turns.
Yeah.
You were okay with that? You had draw cards, but you weren't drawing. You were.
I wasn't really
Getsis,
okay
you
because if he would Lysander my Giratina, he could have actually killed it.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was kind of scared about that, but he kept whiffing, and once I Karen'd, it was kind of too late for him because he played 3 compressors, 3 Ultra Ball, so he couldn't really discard all of his Pokemon.
I was scared for you, Igor. I thought if he pulls this off, my God, that'll put you in a bad spot again, right?
Yeah, it would.
Well, I congratulate you.
Thank you.
Fabulous job, and your record now is
I don't even. 9-1-2.
9-1-2.
So
Congratulations.
I'm pretty sure I just need to tie it in that sense.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I hope we see you in cut. Fabulous watching your games. That one, a little less
One-sided,
exciting than
yeah.
yesterday, but well played nonetheless. Thanks.